Welcome back. I'm at the Britannia Wilton Fire Department with Aaron. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Now, what do you do here?
I'm one of the captains on the fire department, and we just fight fires.
And you guys are volunteer?
All volunteer, 100%, you bet, from the chief all the way down to the newest guy.
Why do you volunteer?
I think it's community service side. You know, for myself, when I first moved to Lloydminster, I had family interests in the area that we cover, so it was a natural for me to come to this fire department because our city fire department is also volunteer. But for me, I'm a farm kid, and I had property or family with property in the area, so for me it was important to come out and do something here.
And how big of an area do you guys cover?
We have a very large area. It's around 1,800 square kilometers, which is large for one single fire hall.
And how many guys do you have in your squad?
We have 19 guys right now.
And what kind of training or courses do you put them through?
Of course, we were out just recently doing a house burn, and that's part of the training. We try and do as much practical as we possibly can because there's just nothing like real practical training. Also, we do complete the bookwork, the entire boring old bookwork that everybody just absolutely loves all the way through.
For sure. Now, do you want to show us some equipment?
Absolutely.
Let's go. Now, what's one of the most important things you guys wear?
PPE, personal protective equipment. You got to be safe. That's the number one rule of the game. Well, everything's heavy duty about fire gear. Big, bulky, steel-toed, steel plate on the bottom. So when you're in a burning building or something like that, there could be spikes and nails. You got to make sure the bottom is protected as well.
Is it going to get hot?
It's also going to get hot. The boots actually don't get that warm. They're actually designed to try and keep that heat away. It does get warm. There's nothing that's going to protect you from that kind of heat. Everything about firefighting equipment is heavy, but it's there for your protection. So of course the outside, all made in Nomex. Nothing is completely burn-proof. This will prevent fire from going quickly as opposed to what you may be wearing right now, but nothing is 100% safe. It's got an inside layer, like that. It's a vapor barrier inside to keep all the chemicals and anything else from leaching through your and into your body.
Okay, and what about the helmet? Because it's definitely one of the coolest pieces.
Again, heavy, right? Lots of protection there, just like that. And anything fire related, your visor's always down, making sure your eyes are protected. Your back is always down, like this, to protect the back of your neck, and as well across the front to your chin.
And what about your face?
Face, different piece of equipment. To protect the bottom of the face, inside you have balaclava. Goes over your head, only exposes this part, protects your neck, and of course your helmet comes down to here and your visor to there. The rest of the jacket will actually come up and cover the bottom half.
Now, what are some of the dangers you guys face?
Any fire is dangerous. I mean, that's why you have a fire department. If they weren't dangerous, anybody could do it. Flame is obviously a big problem. Smoke is another huge problem, which is why we have the breathing air. Anytime you are near a fire, there's danger.
And does the weather play a pretty big role in that?
Weather can absolutely play a role in it. Extreme heat, the guys get fatigued and can fail. Extreme cold, same thing. Smoke, in the wind, weather is definitely a factor.
And how often do you guys get called out?
It depends on the year. We can do 100 calls in a year. We can do 30. It really depends. It's a rural fire department. We do a lot of grass fires and farm-related fires and things like that. In a very dry year, we can be really busy. If it's really wet, it leaves you to accidents and vehicle fires and building fires way more than a grass fire.
And do you guys ever assist like the RCMP or anyone?
We do a lot of assisting with the RCMP, but mostly for check stops. We're very, very big on trying to help them with that kind of thing as well. We've done some major crimes work with the RCMP in the past, and we also assist lead rescue if they require us.
And what do you think makes a good firefighter?
When a volunteer firefighter, realistically time makes the best volunteer firefighter. Of all the volunteer things you can do in your community, and there are lots of great things you can do, this may be one of the ones that takes up the most amount of time. Being able to respond anytime, doing all the extra training, the extra community functions that we do, it's a very, very time-consuming volunteer position. So the rest we can train. A willingness to do it and time to do it are the two biggest things.
How about physical strength and things like that?
Physical strength, there's a place in our fire department for pretty much anybody. If somebody's got to run this big pump panel you see behind us, if you're not one person that doesn't like to go on breathing apparatus, or maybe you're a little scared of a confined space, there are places for you too, because someone's got to do this stuff too. So we're very open to having anybody.
How about girl firefighters?
We've had lots of girl firefighters before, and they're awesome. We love having anybody around.
So if you guys are looking for volunteers, how can people reach you?
People can go to the RM Britannia office, which is downtown Lloydminster across from the movie theater, and they can get an application form there, and they'll direct them from there.
Well, thanks for having us. It's been awesome.
Hey, anytime. We'd love to have you out. Anytime we're doing training and things like that, we'll be glad to have you.
Sounds like a plan. Now, coming up next, we visit Lakeland College to find out what those bright young minds are up to.